city is your city. Come share it with us.
Hello and welcome here to beautiful Kingston, Ontario at Richardson Stadium. These teams go through the regular season, win a championship, qualify for the next stage, then win the regions, and are given the opportunity to play at such a tournament like OFSAA. These two teams have ran the gauntlet, qualified in pool play, beat the bracket, and now find themselves one win away from being the best AA girls soccer team in the province. Hello, my name is Jacob Ewing. It's OFSAA AA girls soccer championship game between the Regiopolis Notre Dame Panthers facing off against a team we've seen many times in the Holy Trinity Catholic Tigers. And Holy Trinity will be on the attack first. They run down the near line. They'll try to cross it in, and they'll go right to the keeper and get a hand on that. This will be our second time watching the Tigers play here on the CASA YouTube channel, where we've casted all day yesterday 6 games of the AA girls division. And then we had a semifinals game earlier today with Holy Trinity, where they took a win to qualify to make it to this very game. Regi we haven't seen yet, although this is how they have the home crowd advantage you have to feel, being from Kingston, not very far down the road, as it's a short drive here to Richardson Stadium for Regi, meaning they didn't have to travel, they didn't have to stay in a hotel. Nice and comfortable, just like they're playing a regular season game. We'll see if that comes to help them throughout this championship game. Handled by the back is Palazzo, and she'll play back to her keeper. Go down the near side. She'll look up, try to play it to the midfield, and that'll be turned over. Here's an opportunity for the Panthers. They'll play it to the striker, trying to cut inside. A couple defenders on her back will be over-pressured and end up in a turnover in the turn-up field. Here's Marissa. Down the near sideline. Here's an opportunity with 2 of them deep in the box. And just like that, they score! It's an opening goal for Holy Trinity in just the second minute. And it's a 1-0 lead here in the championship game. A beautiful finish to spring an attacker down the line. And nice and tight to the keeper, able to slot it in the far right corner. And now the Panthers have to play down by 1. It was a beautiful finish. I believe that was Aurelia Pellecci with the finish, as she sprung down the right wing. So Pellecci gets them on the board. And so Pellecci, who has scored in this tournament before, gets probably her most important goal of the entire tournament. How about a goal in the OFSAA gold medal game? This one inside the box for Regi. Chasing that one is Marin Lassimi, and that goes far side, and Pellecci will watch it run out of bounds. So Pellecci opens the scoring. Here's a battle in the midfield. We'll see a foul will be called. It will go against Regi. And we'll have a free kick incoming as. So a free kick on in their own 45-yard line. This game a little delayed due to our other semifinals in the boys AAA side going long. Here's Pellecci looking for her second of the afternoon, and dumped to the corner there off a desperation effort by Baldry. And so that will result in a throw rather than a corner. So we'll see who steps up to take it. It will be Sierra Antonio for the Tigers. Here's the throw. Close to the line. They'll keep it in. They'll play it back. Here's Pellecci, the goal scorer. Back to Miranda, and they'll play it around. Back, tries to give it back to Miranda. That's a misplay. Still with the ball. Here's Miranda at the top of the box, but cleared away by Baldry. And Regi able to expand back upfield. They'll pass it around. Here's Palazzo, who is just a stone wall back there and always someone reliable who Holy Trinity passes it back to when they just need to open up the field. Taking control. Lascano looks to switch it far side to Pellecci. The offside flag will come up, so even though she had a prime opportunity, she'll have to kick that one away as we'll have a free kick incoming for the Panthers. So the Panthers will look to play it out their own end. The Tigers looking very dominant here so far. And here come the Tigers once more. They go down the far side. This one looking for it in the box. A player goes down. It'll be a foul against Holy Trinity. And so Regi will have a free kick in their own end. Still looking to break out. We know how skilled this Holy Trinity Catholic school is. Very, very technical, especially in the midfield. So Baltry will play it to the near side. To look to work their way up as they go out of play and be a throw-in for the Panthers. Here's Marin Lasumi, who plays it in. They'll control it down. Here's Stelter, the captain. Tries to play a through ball and easily scooped there by the keeper. As they'll try to play it out the back, Lascano. They'll calm things down. Just waiting for the Panthers to react and trying to see if they can open something up. Lascano will play back to her keeper. Pressured right away. And she'll find it back to herself. Down the line, there's some open space. They'll give it one more. A little bit too long, and Baltry will scoop that one up and just fire it the length of the field. It will go out of bounds, though, and we'll see a throw-in for Holy Trinity. This one's sent in. In the midfield, turning. We'll send it down the line. Trying to cut in, we'll cross it. That one ends up on the foot of Palecci, and she will bury it in the far side corner. Aurelia Palecci, her second in the afternoon, and her second in the first 10 minutes of this OFSAA championship. And the Holy Trinity Tigers have a 2-0 lead. And just a ball that was crossed in, and nobody on the Panthers there to react. An easy finish for Palecci, as she had most of the net to aim at, and she perfectly placed it. And now with 50 minutes to go, Aurelia Palecci is on hat-trick watch. Already. So around the back, Regi now playing down by 2. Here's Lascano in the midfield. And here's Aurelia Palecci, one more. Looking for the hat-trick here in the first 10 minutes, and Baltry will get back in a desperation effort and clear it out of bounds. Palecci already having a massive game, and we just got underway 10 minutes ago. We'll have a corner incoming for the Tigers. She'll be the one on the end of it. Crosses it in. Looks for the middle of the net. Gets past the hand of the keepers and out of bounds it will go. Holy Trinity wanting a handball, but it did touch the hand, I believe, of Baltry. But it wasn't intentional, and it was at her side. So the referee playing through it, and it will be a corner in the opposing corner. Here's the cross. Right in the middle. Bouncing around, I'll go back to the corner taker. She'll play it up top. Lascano back to the corner. An attempt to cross it in. The blockage there from Font. We'll clear it for a corner. And you hear the home crowd fans here in Kingston with the Let's Go Regis coming in, trying to support their girls, now down by 2. That one's sent in over top of everybody. Palecci will give chase, but it'll be a bit too far, and we'll see a Panthers throw. They'll take it quickly. Sends it to the midfield, and just fired to the far side. First to it will be Evans. Evans with the defender on her back. She'll be fouled. It'll be a free kick coming for the Panthers. Font looks to be, we'll just leave it for Baltry, and she'll fire at the length of the field. Controlled, and Lascano will play it back. Lascano. Sabrina Lascano had a fantastic semifinals matchup. That's a beautiful through ball. As she did stuff like that in that semifinals, that earned her one of the players of the match. Over top of the back line's head, a chip over the keeper. Also chips it over the net. As Holy Trinity continues to press here. And so Baltry will play it short. Look for the right back. And Font will send it to the midfield, but immediately turned over. Just passing it back and forth, looking for different options. Here's Antonio. To Palecci. Back into the midfield. This one, a little uncoordinated, will end up in the feet of Regi. They'll try to spring Evans down the line. She'll give chase, but Sabrina Lascano. Outside, back to the inside. Here's Miranda. Miranda fighting with Baltry down the far line, and that will go out of bounds, and a goal kick will be given out. So the Panthers have been stuck in their own end to start this game. Would love to get some offense going, still adjusting to this Tigers team. They'll play it short. And out of bounds it goes, a pass that just wasn't connected here. So they'll give the ball to the possession of the Tigers. Antonio down the line. Patoko with a touch, trying to dance through a couple. She still has possession in the box. Shoulder-to-shoulder battle with a defender. Keeps it in. Patoko will bank it off the defender and out of bounds. Smart play. As she banks it off Mia Cantaruti and out of bounds. So we'll have another corner incoming from the Tigers. Palecci will be the one on the end of it. Palecci will cross it in. Right inside the box. Regi to it first. Cantaruti will get a foot on it as it makes his way back to Palecci. She'll take another cross in. That one also off the head once more. And Cantaruti will send it out. Here's Miranda. She'll try a shot from outside the box. Takes a skip off the keeper, and she'll hold on. So Regi needing to find some open space here and expand. Their backline staying very far back instead of trying to push up the field. Here's an opportunity as they'll control it down the near side, and a quick play by a Tigers defender to clear it out of play. And we'll see a water break come into effect here. Haven't seen one of these all tournament long, but for the championship game, it looks like they're going to do a water break in the middle of each half. So we're at the halfway point here. So each team will take a water break, get fueled up. First 16 minutes have been all Tigers. Regi down by 2, needing to figure something out here, as the constant pressure from the Tigers' midfield presence and their attackers, and especially Aurelia Palecci, have them a 2-goal lead. And so it's just a quick water break. Both these teams will make their way back onto the field. And so we'll get continued here. It'll be a throw-in on the sideline for Regi. As Natalie Marin Lucimi will be on the throw. She'll play quickly. Canarudi will try to play it up, but will get stuffed in the midfield and they'll have to play it back. Here's Balltree. She'll turn. Want to play it to the far side, and she will. And sent in. Over top of one. Here's Marin Lusumi, and a nice play to get it back to the keeper and out of danger by Beglani. Scano plays it to the side. That was immediately challenged by a Regi attacker, and Lascano will swoop in and clear that out of danger. Nice pressure there by Taylor Stelter. Exactly what Regi needs right now. Put some pressure on the Tigers. This one on the throw-in. Side of the box here. Miranda will leave it and it will be fired the width of the field. Stays on side. And big play there as Potoko was gone. She won't be able to find it. Here's Regi in the midfield. Marin Lucimi with a defender on her back will just fire it. And it'll be lobbed up in the air from Lascano. Paleski will calm things down. Challenged immediately. And that's a good ball. Down the near side. Danica Brown will leave that be. And Marin Lasimi will have the throw-in. To Brown. Canarudi will take a look up. Now play it back. And slowed right down there by Stelter. Now in the Tigers' presence. They'll play it to the midfield. Miranda. Lascano. That's a beautiful through ball. Down the far wing. Offside flag will be up. That will turn things right around and be a Regi throw. And so we'll have a free kick on about their 21st yard line. As Balltree has got quite the strike on her, will take it. Cantarudi, the first one there, chips it over one. Brown will try to get on that, but Paleski will challenge. Paleski with a flick of her own. Sends it to the back line. Potoko will take over. Potoko. Here's a cross. Right to Paleski. And that ball will just run out of bounds as she has been in dangerous areas throughout the entirety of this game. And she had another run down the line there, just wasn't able to reach that ball. And with 10 minutes to go here in the first half, we still have a 2-0 Tigers lead, although the latter half of these last 20 minutes have gone a lot better for the Panthers. You have a lot of nerves of being in this final, definitely for both these teams. But the Tigers seem to have shaken them early. Here's Marin Lucimi. She'll fire to the midfield. Looks for a ball down the line and immediately seen and stopped by the Tigers. Here they come on the counterattack. They see Paleski on the far side. Have an opportunity here. She's looking for her hat trick. She'll chip one in the middle, looking for a teammate, and a good defensive foot right there to clear it to the sidelines. And so that will result in a throw. And slowly making her way over there is Sierra Antonio. And so they'll put the ball in and we'll get back underway. Palecci, the first one there. Back to Antonio. She's got tons of space. We'll see if she crosses it. And she'll just pass it on the ground. Defender on her back. Nice turn by Batoko. Batoko's in the box. She'll play it to the other side of the box. Still dangerous. Leaves it for Lascana. Blocked in the box. Batoko chips it for Palecci. Nice little 1-2. Palecci gets some space. She'll chip it far side of the box. And over the head of Evans it goes. Still dangerous here. The Tigers trying to make it 3-0. This one on top of the box. Opportunity. Lascano doesn't take it. She finds Batoko. Cuts to the outside. And just misses the inside corner. So we'll have a goal kick here. Baltree will step up to take it. That one's sent out of bounds off Marin Lasimi. Not able to handle it there. Down the line. Nice little chip there. Over top of one. And crossed in. That's Batoko. And Evans will just poke it out. Still not out of danger there. Here's Lascano will just give it over and Evans will fire it to the midfield. They'll play it back. Here's Antonio. Holy Trinity not afraid to use their back line and a whistle will be called. As the ref will have a speaking to one of the Holy Trinity players on the far side. And this ball given to Antonio on her own side. She'll switch it far side after the drop ball. They'll just pass it around. Lascano will turn back. Back into the midfield. Miranda sees a run down the far side. That one will stay in bounds. Just barely inside the box though, but the offside flag arises. She was just ahead of the back line, so we'll have a free kick here for Regi as the Tigers continue to push here with 5 minutes to go here in the first half of our OFSAA championship. It looks like a pair of substitutions coming into this game for Holy Trinity. We'll see them momentarily. This one played around the back from the Tigers as it will eventually reach Palazzo. She'll play Antonio. Antonio gives it to Palecci, shut down by Marin Lasimi. Now they'll battle for it in the midfield. Playing it back. Regi, here's Evans. Evans with two defenders on her. Safe play back to her fellow defender. But Miranda will pick that off. And now they'll start the offense. Opportunity here as they were gone from the defense. But Batoko will be reeled right back in as another offside flank comes out. The Tigers have had their opportunities but would have a bunch more if they just weren't a little bit offside. And so now we'll have another free kick incoming. There's Baltree. Right to the midfield. Here's tipped. That's a ball over a couple. Ends up running right to the keeper. And she'll get her hands on it and just hold on to it. So just send it up in the air. Marin Lucimi the first to it. Nice turn there by Baglani, and we'll start the other way. Lascano will send it down the line. Gives it back to Lascano. Sabrina will give it off, and they'll switch sides. Miranda decides not to, and will play it up the midfield. Here's an opportunity. In the box, battling for it. That's Patoko. Back up top. Player goes down, they'll play advantage. Still in possession of the Tigers. Baglani will give it off. Here's an opportunity at the top of the box. That was blocked. They go out of play for a corner. Still pressing. The Tigers are not letting up one bit. Regi doing a good job, though, of not letting any of the recent chances get too dangerous. Here's a corner, and Aurelia Palecci will be the one to take it. Palecci will send it in. Looks far side. And a header attempt there by, I believe, Patoko won't be successful. Here's Evans, the first one to it. She'll play it up to Cantaretti. Tries to get one round one and does. Gets spun around. And we'll see a foul incoming and make that a yellow card. Cantaretti looked like she had some space down the far side line and is spun around by an opposing player. And a yellow has been given out. And so we'll have a substitution coming in because as soon as you get a yellow, you have to sub off for a certain amount of time. It's Nadia Oliveira who will sub into this game as committing the foul. That was number 7, Brianna Lascano. This one into the box. Opportunity there. There's Evans is in there, and a header from the defense will result in a Regi corner. And so Stelter will be quick to the corner. She'll leave it for her fellow captain, Mia Cantaruti. Cantaruti will send it in. Off the head and over the bar. A quality chance there. Off the corner for Regi. Just unable to keep it down as time ticks by. We are very, very close to the 30-minute mark here for halftime. So far, the Tigers have been the better of the two teams, but as this game goes on, Regi seems to be heating up. They'll start the transition. Stelter, with 2 defenders on her, will go down and will be given a free kick because of it on the offensive 34-yard line. So they'll send everybody into the box. At the 30-minute mark now. Baldry will be the free kick taker. Just looking to swarm the box and create some chaos. Here's the cross. Sent in. Bouncing around. Who can get on it? That's a free opportunity. Huge save by the keeper. As she comes down and takes it away. As Hatfield makes a massive save. And that ball will roll all the way the length of the field to the Regi side, and out of bounds it will go off of a Tigers player. So a throw-in incoming for Regi. It's a good chance, best one of the game we just saw for the Panthers. It was there. Just wasn't able to keep control. It just sends it a tad too high. But it helps the confidence for sure of the Panthers. They're just trying to build some now, especially being down by 2, approaching halftime. whistle will, I believe, will be had any second now or any minute, as I'm not sure how much added time the ref has given. This one trying to be crossed in, gets around one, still keeping it in. That's Potoko on the near side. And out of bounds it will go. We'll see a corner. So Aurelia Palecci will be the corner taker. Presumably one of the final opportunities here of the first half. Here's Palecci. Looks far post, crashing in, and they score! It's a back post beauty from the Tigers at the 30-minute mark of the first half. And they add another goal to their cushion. It's now 3-0. Just a beautiful cross. The Tigers crash the net. And it's off the head of one of their attackers and in. Trying to get a number here of who was able to score that. And there is the halftime whistle. The Tigers get one right on the brim of halftime and extend their lead. It's now 3-0. And they're 30 minutes away from an OFSAA gold medal. And a well played half. It's going to have to be a big effort from Regi coming up here in the second half. 30 minutes to make up for 3 goals. And I believe with the header goes to number 23, Marina Potoko. So Potoko with an extension of the lead for the Tigers. Don't go anywhere. You're watching OFSAA Championship Soccer here in the girls AA division. We'll see you after a 5-minute halftime.
Our city is your city. Come share it with us.
We welcome you back here for second half action of the OFSAA Championship Finals of the Girls AA Division. It's 3-0 after the first 30 minutes. Holy Trinity have almost dominated many of the offensive possessions against the Regiopolis Notre Dame Panthers. So a regroup here needs to be had from the Panthers as they'll have a good talking to, I believe, probably at halftime. And try to regroup. Here's the throw into the middle. And controlled by Brown to Marin Lucini. It'll be sent out of bounds as Palazzo, having none of that, will just clear it to the side. Evans will be the free thrower. Back to the midfield, slowing things down. That's Brown trying to play Marin Lucini, but a little bit too far, and Hatfield will go down, scooping that one up. So Hatfield, been incredible so far this entire tournament. We'll play that from her own back, and he'll end up on the feet of Palazzo. Back to Palazzo. That one's a long ball, two attackers running. First back to it though, a great defensive play to clear it to the side by Paquette. And a throw-in incoming for Holy Trinity on the far side. Sent in. Here's the two-time goal scorer, 3 points this afternoon, Palecci. And that will end up all the way back to Palazzo. Lascano. Sabrina Lascano. Down to Palecci. Look for a 1-2. Beautiful turn there. Batoko, who just scored a goal, sends it in. The offside flag is up. It ends up in the back of the net, but it will not matter. As that will be turned right back. And sent out for a goal kick. Sent right back in, though, off a header. And this one's bouncing around. Calmed down by Miranda. Nice couple moves there. As dancing around is Batoko, and she'll send a through ball to Palecci. Will end up in the hands of the Regi netminder. And she'll take her time, allow her team to expand. Now it's caught by the chest. Just sent right to another Holy Trinity player. Regi needing to be better here in the second half. Try to control this ball a lot more, as Holy Trinity is such a strong team. Offside flag up once more. So another one that will end up in the back of the net, but it won't matter because it will not count. This one sent up the field. Palazzo will just shield it and let it go out of bounds. And so Hatfield will grab that one as it was sent the length of the field. Shots 5-2 after the first half, with 3 of those shots for the Tigers ending up at the back of the net. Here's on the near side. The plate up the line. Inside, outside to get that ball free. And down the line once more. They have 2 attackers on it. Here could be a dangerous opportunity. Running inside the box. The Tigers trying to make it 4, but a great step to get that one away was Paquette. And so it will be a corner, or pardon me, a throw-in on the near side for Patoko will slow things down. She's very composed on the field there. And there's Sabrina Lascano. Lascano tried to send a through ball. As recently they've been looking for Nadia Oliveira. That one goes out of bounds, and we'll have a substitution upcoming for the Tigers. This one sent up the field. Handled by Antonio off another Regi kick. Tigers just swarming Regi. Patoko. Nice poke there by the Regi defender. We'll send it down the line now. And offside is the call. That's just a hair offside was Regi. And so it'll be a free kick on the 20-yard line for the Panthers. They'll send it up the line and then just read easily by Miranda. She'll find this ball back and open up some space. Backpedaling there is the left back, and she'll play it over. That was Brianna Lascano. Here's Palazzo, and Sabrina Lascano will switch sides. Antonio, right into the chest of Caparuti. And she'll be held from behind, which will result in a foul. So Mia Cantaruti will get a free kick for her team, and they can now advance up the field. This is what they need to do. Get some offensive possession and a foothold in the offensive end. This one bounced around. Marine Lassini is there, and eventually it's just sent to the midfield. Patoko will slow things down, eventually cut inside, and play it around. Here's Lascano. Plays it fully outside. They're trying to work it up here. One touch, a little bit too much, and turned over. Here comes the Panthers. In the midfield, here's Brown. Brown gets through one, gets through two. Now she has some open space. Here comes the Panthers. Here's Baldry. Top of the box shot. Takes a little skip on her before she can release it. But the Regi coach and the fans are loving it, as they're starting to create some opportunities here for themselves. So Hatfield will have a goal kick. Palazzo on the near side. I'll play with it here. Now throw it up the line. Here's Brianna Lascano. Wants to give it to Sabrina, and she will. Here's Sabrina Lascano looking down the line for Palecci. Palecci on hat-trick watch, looking for her third of the afternoon for a hat-trick at the gold medal game, and a strong effort to get back there was Natalie Marin-Lassimi. Way to stop an offensive opportunity. Palazzo will make a play to open space. She'll try to run it herself. Now, whistle will be called. We'll have a free kick incoming for Holy Trinity. So I'm played into the middle. Here's Lascano. Trying to play it down the line. She's got a through ball, and the attacker stays onside. Big play by Evans to shield her away. Still with the ball now. Some hands flying up. Here's Patoko. Patoko with a goal already this afternoon. Looking for two. She just misses the near side. So a great effort there by Patoko who has been incredible all tournament long here for Holy Trinity. In the midfield, Miranda will pick it up. Tackled immediately by Brown. Danica Brown will go on a run. Brown trying to go on the far side, but tackled by Antonio. And Holy Trinity will grab possession. Miranda sends a ball to Palecci. The offside flag is up, so she'll just leave it. And Marin Lucimi will play the ball. Played back to Hatfield. And she'll fire it to midfield. One touch. Catarudi bouncing around. Here's Baldry. Baldry with a tackle. Still trying to maintain possession. Hard shoulder to shoulder. And Baldry will be giving a yellow card. Willow Baldry a little bit too aggressive there on that last tackle. And she'll be sent off. As you have to go sit for a couple minutes there if you get at least a yellow here at OFSAA. And so we'll have a substitution come into this game. Claire McCullough will make her game debut. So she'll join the attack. Here's the free kick. Sent right to Miranda. She's all alone. The flag is up for offside. So another offside called against Holy Trinity, who have had many attacks and many opportunities, but the offside flag has limited them to only 3 goals. Here's Miranda. She'll send one down the line. Chasing it is Brianna Lascano. Lascano will keep it in. Plays it off. Dribbling across the box. Here's Miranda at the top of it. She'll try a shot from far out and punched over the net by the keeper. Great hands by the Regi netminder and will force a corner. And so Palecci will be the corner taker. Palecci will whip it in. Looks in the middle, gets a head on it, was Holy Trinity player, I believe that was Lascano. Out of bounds it will go, so it will be a goal kick, and we'll have a substitution here for the Panthers. As Hope Gargaro will make her game debut. As she'll take out Caitlin Stelter. And so they're trying to work it from the back. Paquette. Played on the near side, immediately tackled though by Holy Trinity, and the Tigers will turn upfield again. 2 Panthers will go in to try to scoop the ball away, and Paquette will just poke it out. Slowing things down, look it upfield. That one's sent to a bunch of yellow jerseys though, and Sabrina Lascano will play it back to Palazzo. Back to Lascano. Up the field, there's Miranda. Trying to let that go through her and spring an attack, but it won't matter. Palazzo will play that over to the corner. Vanessa Hussein, we're halfway through this second half now of the OFSAA Championship, and the Tigers looking closer and closer being crowned the best team in Ontario. Offside will be called. And so they'll have to regroup here. It's been a dominant effort from the Tigers. In the first half, found 3 goals, and so far in the first 15 minutes of the second half, really keeping Regi on their back heels. Controlled. Tackled. That'll be off the arm, and a foul is going to be called against Holy Trinity. So, Regi will have a free kick from around the 38-yard line, it looks to be. So Taylor Stelter will be on the end of the free kick. Bit too far out to maybe potentially take a shot. We'll see what Stelter decides. She'll go for it right off the wall. Strong effort there from the wall of Holy Trinity, and now they'll be aggressive and try to start an attack. That one's sent through. The offside flag is up, and they'll call offside. And so another offside goes in against Holy Trinity. A ton of them whenever they try to transition on offense. Here comes Holy Trinity, trying to get away from the defenders. Far side in the box. Turning, still with possession. Now inside the box. She'll try a shot, and it's punched away. A valiant effort, though, from the attacker of Holy Trinity. As this is the biggest crowd we've had so far here at Richardson. And we'll have a water break halfway through this second half of the OFSAA AA Girls Championship. This is the only game we've had water breaks for. Still the Tigers pressing on the offense. Regi down to their final 13 minutes after this water break. And we resume the game. If they want to make something happen, they'll have to get going almost immediately, as they needed to create some momentum. Shots heavily favoring the Tigers, 8-2. Gold medal looks in the sight for Holy Trinity, but Regi not done yet. So 2 championship games, including this one, before we're all done here from Richardson Stadium after a long 3 days. It's been an amazing 3 days of OFSAA action. We'll have just finished up this game, obviously, of the AA Girls OFSAA Championship, and then we'll move into the Boys AAA OFSAA Championship here from Kingston, Ontario. And so ref will whistle everyone back on the field. It's just a quick stoppage after the water break. And so when we get resumed, it looks to be a corner incoming for the Tigers, as they'll slowly but surely make their way onto the field. So they're just taking their time. No rush for the Tigers here. Most likely going to switch to pure defensive mode. Being up by 3 with 13 minutes left before we hit the 60-minute mark. We await the cross. Palecci on the end of it. She'll send it into the middle of the box. This one bouncing around. It's inside the box, off a couple players. Takes a weird bounce, and it will be a penalty being called, as I believe it potentially hit off a Panthers hand inside the box. And an opportunity to extend the lead here for Holy Trinity with a penalty shot. Unfortunate there for Regi. Just sometimes it's hard not to get a hand on it when you're just in that desperate scenario. It's human reaction. And on the end of it, it's Sabrina Lascano. Lascano trying to increase this Tigers lead on the penalty. And she scores. Calm and composed from Lascano. Pots it in the bottom corner. And the Holy Trinity Tigers have a 4-0 lead off a penalty shot goal. Beautiful shot there by Lascano. One of the best players on this Holy Trinity team. I could definitely say she's so calm and composed in the midfield there. Just sees the field so well. Knows when to make an outlet pass and where to make the outlet passes.
Tigers goal off the penalty kick, scored by number 5, Sabrina Lascano.
And so Lascano will get her first one of this game. It's Batoko, Lascano, and 2 off the foot of Aurelia Palecci. 10 minutes to go here. And now even a deeper hole for Regi. Couple substitutions coming into this game, one for each team. We'll see Julia Montini. Pardon me, that's number 14, Laura Diaz, into the game. This one to the midfield. Controlled by Batoko. Here's a ball for Palecci. She's looking for her hat trick. She's past the defense. Can this be 3? Beautiful save by the keeper. Palecci, who already has 2 on the afternoon, was looking to make it 3. But the keeper dives over and gets a hand on it. And will force a corner. And Palecci will be given a yellow card. I believe for maybe taking too long. The ref didn't like that and will actually take her off the field. So Palecci, who moments ago had a chance for a hat trick, has been written down in the book. And so we'll have a new free kick taker. Here's Miranda. Sends it on the close side. We'll bounce out. We'll see who gets to it first. It's a foot race. Marin Lucimi will get there first, and she'll turn. Daniela Marin Lucimi. Cuts back. Fancy move. Now we'll cross it in. Here's an opportunity. Top of the box. Regi will fire it just wide. But a valiant effort there to move upfield, as Taylor Stelter had an opportunity in the box. So we'll go back to the keeper. And they'll decide to play it short. Here's Palazzo. Over in the corner. Bouncing around. Here's Brianna Lascano. Brianna with tons of space. Inside, outside, back to Lascano. We'll cut to the midfield. Play it down line, looks for Patoko, but she stopped after a quick 1-2 with Lascano. So this one will just be booted out to midfield. And a handball will be having as that one just clips the arm of Brianna Lascano. So this one will have a free kick here for the Panthers. They're around the 47-yard line. So Regi having to speed things up now, down by 4, and 7 minutes to go before full time. A difference which is silver to gold between these two teams. Here's the free kick from Regi. Sent in off the head of Miranda and sent to the near side of the box. Miranda will get it back and will play it outside. Smart footwork there is Brianna Lascano. Got Patoko, she'll play down the line. Patoko, one to beat. Moves inside. Had an opportunity for a shot, doesn't take it. Here's Lascano, looks back to Patoko, but a last-ditch effort there. Gets a foot on it for Regi. Lascano will pay it back to Palazzo. Palazzo passed one. Here's Miranda. Just great possession here from the Tigers. Just keeping it all for themselves. Sabrina Lascano down the line. Here's Brianna Lascano, and the offside flag comes up. Offside the call. Off the head of Lascano. Brianna Lascano will beat it, played into the midfield. And back. Sabrina Lascano will get it back. Under 5 minutes to go now here in the championship game. It's been all Tigers. Here of recently, Brianna Lascano on the near side. Trying to cut in. Will play it in. Here's Patoko. Takes it back. Not afraid to use her patience. Top of the box. Back to Patoko. She's already got one this afternoon, looking for two. And sends it just wide on the near side. So the Tigers are looking to kill the time just by keeping this ball in the Regi end. One played up the field. And we're going to stoppage a play here off a foul. So Lascano will have a free kick here. Lascano will play it through. She's got a teammate blazing into the box. There's no flag up, gets a touch on it. And will roll to the keeper for an easy scoop. Tigers had an opportunity to make it 5, but at this point they just need to be killing some time. That's a hard bouncer. Sabrina Lascano will handle it. Back to Palazzo. To the corner. Now they'll work their way up the field. There's Brianna Lascano. Her sister wants it. She gives it to Sabrina. Work their way in the midfield. Here's Miranda. Miranda looks down the line. Gets through one. Opportunity all alone with the keeper to make it 5. They score! The Tigers notch another one and almost put the nail in the coffin. 5-0 now. As that ball trickled through a defender, left the attacker all alone and finishes it in the far corner. And substitutions will come into this game now. And so we'll just getting a number of who got that goal. Looks to be number 8 on the end of that one, Aaliyah Lascano. The 3 Lascanos having phenomenal games. A goal for Aaliyah and a dominant effort from Brianna and Sabrina.
Holy Trinity Tigers goal, scored by number 8, Aaliyah Lascano.
Working their way up the field now on the near side. Nice cut in by Brianna Lascano. Gives it to Sabrina. Let's give it off. A minute and a half to go here. And it looks to be a golden year for Holy Trinity Catholic. As they'll run down the time, it was a dominant effort throughout this whole entire tournament by the Tigers. Up the far side. Here's someone working for a hat trick. It's Palecci. Palecci will turn on the Jets. Try to play a ball in, and first to it there is Paquette, and she'll clear it away. Shoulder-to-shoulder battle, working for it. Brown will be trying to give it to her, but a turnover, and they'll just slow down the ball here. And that one will go out of bounds for a throw. That's Kara Kellen on the near side for the Tigers. Off ahead. Here's Kellen. To the midfield. Lots of time to turn. And just not much of a challenge here from Regi. And Patoko is known for just not being afraid to waste some time, and she will. Back and forth it goes. Lascano as time ticks by. Seconds away from final whistle. Miranda battles in the midfield. 60 minutes has surpassed here. And the Tigers very, very dominant. We just await the final whistle here before we crown a champion officially. Holy Trinity Catholic won a semifinal game here earlier at Richardson Stadium. Quarterfinals yesterday. Ran the pool play. And now find themselves a final whistle away from being OFSAA gold medal champions. The best AA school in the province. As they'll just play with the ball around their own side. Just waiting for the whistle and the celebration to start. For the Panthers, making it all the way to a silver medal from qualifying from the EASA the second place team in EASA. A great effort to beat some of these highly ranked teams from other regions. Gonna keep the heads held high for the Panthers. Silver medal, second best team in the province. Still phenomenal. This one sent into the box, and they'll get it away. As maybe look for something more. Here comes a sprinting Brianna Lascano into the box. So played across, and here's an opportunity and a swing and a miss inside the box. As it was right there for the taking. Almost an empty net, but it won't matter anyways. Not a goal they need. As Regi will take it out of their own end. And there it is. Full time. And the Holy Trinity Tigers are your girls AA soccer OFSAA champions.
Final score for the Tigers 5 and the Panthers 0.
And they run to the middle of the field in celebration. A dominant effort from the Tigers this whole entire tournament. And they are the queens of the province. As the Panthers go console their keeper. Have to be happy with the result, though, from Regi. Make it this far, as I've already said. Not something to hang your head on. Second place, you still take home hardware. For Holy Trinity. The Lascano trio. Miranda in the midfield. Both Paleschis. Batoko. Some dominant players were able to run that midfield and own it. And is the reason why they see themselves here now, as we'll have a banner celebration. And the handshake line comes through. We saw many teams here yesterday with 6 AA OFSAA games. But none of them will beat this. The Tigers champions from the GBSSA region. And some fans making it out to watch their team win. Georgian Bay Secondary School Association region. One of the more northern regions of the tournament. And we'll see the presentation of the prestigious OFSAA banner that I'm sure will hang very proudly in their gymnasium or wherever they keep their accomplishments. Hugs galore from coaches to players. And I'm sure many more from family members who made the trip here to Kingston. And celebration. Might be a long drive home for Holy Trinity, but it will be well worth it. And we'll have the presentation here. And so the Powerade player of the games for Regi, number 15, Willow Baldry, as well as the keeper for Regi. And we await the presentation of the banner as the crowd gives a round of applause for the Regi Panthers. As they had the home crowd advantage. It could be a reason why they pushed this far into the tournament. As Regi will get celebrated for winning the silver medal. Taylor Stelter, silver medalist. Danica Brown, Essian Fott, Liz, Hope Gargaro, Maya Howe, Emma Fearson, Claire McCullough, Daniela Marin Lucimi, Bryn Evans, Mena Sharon, Caitlin, Natalie, Mia Cantaruti, Megan Paquette, Willow Baldry, and the keeper. And the coaches. And then we'll get the gold medalists. For the Tigers and the banner. From Bradford, Holy Trinity comes from. And we'll have the medal presentations. Bianca Hatfield. As we move on, we'll just name the lineup. Brianna Lascano. Aaliyah. Melissa. Isabella. We'll just go through the lineup here. Sierra Antonio. Melissa Beglani. Laura Diaz. Bianca Hatfield. Ella Hyatt. Vanessa Hoshane. Ava Iaminio. Kara Kellen. Aaliyah Lascano. Brianna Lascano. Sabrina Lascano. Julia Lantini. Gabriela Lopez, Vanessa Miranda, Nadia Oliveira, Ava Palazzo, Aurelia Palesci with 2 goals in this game, Isabella Palesci, Marina Patoko, and Maya Salada. Your champions. The whole lineup from top to bottom. As they'll get their gold medals and then celebrate with a banner. We'll have another championship game at 3 o'clock for the AAA boys title. One competitive game it will be. You won't want to miss that one. More OFSAA gold will be given out to claim the best team in the province. As gold medals have all been given out for both these teams as well as the coaches. And the banner will be presented as the captains will step up to take and claim the banner. It's Sierra Antonio as well as Sabrina Lascano will take it back to the champions. The Holy Trinity Tigers claim gold here at OFSAA. And that will do it for our AA girls OFSAA action. Incredible tournament throughout the 3 days we had everybody here. And I hope everyone enjoyed their stay here in Kingston, Ontario. A well-fought effort for the championship. The Regiopolis Notre Dame Panthers just fell short, but will take home a shiny silver. But the winners and champions of the province, the Holy Trinity Catholic High School Tigers. Thank you for joining us. If you want more OFSAA action, we'll be back at 3 o'clock. You will not want to miss it. I've been Jacob Ewing. One more time for the champions, the Holy Trinity Tigers. 5-0 the final score. Thank you for watching.